I'm confused about something. Or is it could have been a thing where my kidneys was doing bad a few weeks ago, but now they doing fine. I mean, I saw it in my notes. My doctor wasn't lying. Because I did see it. My psychiatrist wasn't lying. I did see it in my notes where my kidneys wasn't doing so good. I didn't look at my actual labs. I seen her notes. Wait, no, I didn't see her notes. Wait, or did I? That first time I talked to her. Then I go to the ER again. I'm told that my kidneys are fine. So somebody lying. Okay, y'all. This guy, he's adamant about lithium is just salt. It's not bad. And so I did. I was like, okay. He kept me, you tried it? You tried it? You tried it? Fuck! I'm about to try it now. Get out of the shower. So I tried it. I let all the motions of the effects run through before I decided to hop on camera. So here I am. At first I felt high. I said, this felt kind of good. Then I felt boom. Like, whoa, man, this is kind of strong. Like, I don't know about all this. Now I almost started feeling like my throat wanted to close. I'm like, shit, this shit's strong. I told China, I said, if anything happens, don't be standing over me, crying over me. Like, why is this happening? Please call 911, bro. Please. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I could not deal with the jerking movements I was having, the snapping on people, the me not being myself. And did more research, found out that I'm on a low dose for my weight anyway. So me being open-minded, I was like, I'm going to give it a try. But all that about go up to 600 milligrams or double the dosage. After a week, they can miss me with that. I'm staying at 300 and I'm going to tell my doctor. I'm still going to follow up with my doctor come Tuesday. Happy Labor Day, y'all. You know, happy Labor Day. I'm tired of falling out with people. And even though uh, this is a much cutting that a lot of these folks need, I'm more of a passive person. Which is not fair to me. And I have been feeling like if I lose friends in the process, oh well, but that's not me either. So I mean, I ain't ready to take a medication because you don't want to lose friends. Well, no. It's more so that personality is not me. But I have been cutting in people's ass though, telling folks, you know, the truth of how I feel. Instead of bottling stuff in, I'm just letting it out. But I'm afraid it could get me killed one day. I'm not Candy. I ain't got balls like that. I don't. I'm tired of being worn out, stressed out, and my mind is entitled to some rest. I do. I just need some rest. So I did. I was like, my mind. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around Brandy on lithium. But fuck, Brandy been on Seroquel. Brandy been on Geodon. Brandy been on the shit Risperdal in the past. Those combinations didn't work for me. Well, Seroquel did work for me. That was my friend. But I gained weight. Brandy was on Elavil. That was my friend. But I gained like 5 pounds and uh or was it 10 pounds in 5 days? Something like that. That was when my weight first started picking up in that psych ward. I also did a neti pot tonight, which made me feel like I was like low key drowning. I don't know if I hit a certain spot, so I'm pretty loopy. My chest was feeling tight, so I had to hit both of my asthma pumps tonight. Hold on. Yeah, I ain't want to let y'all hear that. That was gonna be the smell-o-vision coming right there. And I did, y'all. I slipped up because from rereading the notes that my primary care had said, I had no business touching those oxtails. I was like, oh, so yeah, I feel a little calmer and a little laid back, but I could tell this is gonna take some time to level out. It really is, but um, I've been talking to China because I feel like this medication is not gonna work without her help. Meaning, I started seeing everybody said they started seeing a change in me. Well, at home, I started seeing a change in China, where and I started feeling like it's well, not necessarily my fault, but within the first two incidents of the first two adverses of the other two medications, particularly since the first adverse reaction, I feel so bad, bruh. I mean, it's not really my fault because nobody knew how I was going to respond to that medication. That was like my second time, but I did tell the doctor I didn't really have the best reaction to that medication the first time. Back in 2000, whatever, I took it. And it wasn't the best. She insisted that I try it again. And now, I'm trying to run outside half naked with a box of noodles and shit. Like, that's not me. Son China was like, you're scaring me. And probably all this, probably got to the point where China's like steady trying to wash dishes in the sink. And I'm telling her, chill, pipe down, calm down. China, you making me nervous. China, you working me up. And I'm like, the stuff behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, on top of already. So it's like a double whammy for me. So trying to work on getting China to meet me halfway with, I come to a realization that if my marriage weren't working for me no more, then maybe hers ain't working for her either. Y'all gotta forgive me. I took the neti pot, and I mean, even when I lean certain spots, like I have a deviated septum, so the water stays in my head, so it feels like water's just like sloshing around in my head. So, um, yeah, uh, I'm trying to unfuck this situation. Uh, I can't do it alone. I'm trying to get China to meet me halfway with not just our relationship, and not. I'm talking about like with the office people, with my doctors, in which I'm fighting that battle alone with my doctor. I tell China, you chill out, you stay put, cause they gonna lock me and you up in the same goddamn. Chill out, cause you know they be quick to lock a motherfucker up. You get 1 second of hostile with them. No, you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to let me handle that on my own. Uh, Even though I can imagine, there's so much China wants to say to them and go off on them about, you know, especially me trying to tell them you can kiss my ass. I want to tell them, I sat there and I took all them screenshots, of the Vraylar, and it doesn't it don't mess with my blood sugar. That's my diabetes. Of course, it's my diabetes. It's that running up my diabetes. So I took screenshots. I'm like, you want to run that by me again? And other things. And like the nurse kept saying, you got COVID, you got COVID. And then the nurse was like, no, because you remember you said you had COVID. Lady, that make, and it's like I am though, and it's like the doctor's like is bringing out the real you. She might be right about that, because the real me is tired of all the mind games. Like that dude this morning tried to hit me with mind games. Brandy tired, and like I told China, it's not just her. It's not just Candy at this point. It's not just Candy. It's not just my brother. When I saw that China had stayed up and washed all them dishes overnight. So now what? Me and China gonna have problems the next day and arguing every day. Why? Because she stayed up all night washing those dishes. I was like, come on, man. I couldn't do nothing but give her a hug. And that was why I called the office people and I snapped the way I did. You know. I'm sorry, look how big that mouthpiece is. I have to hit it like that. Um, it hit like a hammer of God too. Now I think it's broken in now. People saying that mods don't break in. I'm not sure if they ever said it or not, but I started noticing. I'll be like, man, this thing hit like a bitch. Man, after I've been hitting it about a week, that shit good and broke in. It's hitting harder, and now it actually is becoming one of my favorite mods. I ain't like it at first. Y'all remember that? But it's leveling out, balanced out. Got used to a few rounds of down to zero and shit, and I'm actually starting to like it. I just gotta put the right topper on it. Oh gosh, this is more so me being sick, and more so of the fucking neti pot. Like I said, I feel like water sloshing around in my head, and a sinus infection. That's why I have a high white blood count. That sinus infection, and probably a cyst right here, never left and went nowhere. Right? That's number one. Number two, I am convinced I have a chest infection, and they did not give. That lady told me she was gonna give me antibiotics. She didn't give me shit. I am so hurt because that lady's like my favorite ER doctor, right? So, yeah, I just want to get my life together, and it's scary when a relationship becomes a two-way street. You do. But I feel like China want to stay where we at. She said we're fine where we at. I said no. We need to move. We need to change. We need to do better things. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. She's saying she proud of me of my weight loss. I jumped up to 306 pounds. Okay. So now I'm back down to 298. I am mad at that dude though for waiting till after I took the medication and said, oh yeah, he kept saying no side effects, no side effects, you're good. Till after to tell me, oh yeah, well yeah, there is side effects. There's nausea and then you get a funny taste in your mouth. How you don't know I ain't want to deal with that? I went off on him because it wasn't all the way in my system. I ain't go off on him as hard as I could have because by that time it got in my system a little later and going off on him. I just was like, you know what? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Like, you know, they had that little video. It was like a reporter, a news reporter talking to this dude getting arrested. And he's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. And he's like, I'm just bullshitting with you, man. That video. But he looked serious as shit. I don't want to talk. That's how I was feeling tonight. But then he's like trying to tell me 600 milligrams was the lowest dose. I said, okay, end the conversation, dude. Now you sat there and that dude ragged your ass. Told you you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. Okay? So now here it is. I got this guy. And that's why they say don't listen to folks on the internet. But you go to asking folks what their experiences are. You know, but don't hit me up with shit and not be honest. And that's why I have been snapping. Bruh. What if it could have been, what if he would have said, what if it wouldn't have been mild things like nausea and funny taste in your mouth? What if he would have did say, oh yeah, it does do damage to your kidneys or damage to your heart? Yeah, that's what they told me last night. No damage to your heart and no shrinkage or something to my heart or something. Your heart is fine. I was like, you sure about that? No damage to my heart. You sure about that? My heart is hurting right now. I gotta get past all the haters. I gotta get me together. And I'm not even sure where that fucking inspiration come from. And it may have come from a group of people. Like you guys. A little bit of my nerves. Yeah, my nerves. The girl that came got me for my birthday. We sat outside in that car. We had a long talk. This chick named D was redirected my attention to changing my fats that I eat. And just in a couple of about 3-4 days, MCT oil, coconut oil, macadamia oil. She said, Brandy, I didn't even change what the fuck I'm eating. I'm just changed the oils I'm eating with. And I knocked the weight down like that. And I was like, you know what? When I did that the last time you told me, because I was like getting mad with you because you ain't really specifically tell me no diet or nothing. And she's like, no, I ain't changed nothing I ate. She said, I just changed the oils. Them oils are bad for you. The hydrogenated oils and shit. That's what's killing us, black folks. Or any folks, really. That's what's killing us. Them oils. And of course, sugars and too much salt. Too much of anything is bad for you. But you know, it's like talking to certain people here and there that just, and like I said, maybe my nurse too. Even though I get pissed off with her. But she encouraged me to get back into my poetry and stick to it. So, I mean, people can't tell me I'm just been saying like bad stuff, bruh, all the time. And, you know, no. I know Oh, you can't tell me that. This ain't either. I know my worth. I know my truth. Nobody finna slander me and say all I talk is negative stuff. All you look for is negative stuff, because that's the only stuff he was commenting on. It's the bad stuff. Y'all see that? Speaking of bad stuff, y'all see that badass mob back there? Bitch, almost $500, bro, after taxes. I think I paid like $430 something for that plus tax. Yeah. It's like stabwood. People with the bullshit. I don't get no birthday gift because what can you give a motherfucker that'll have everything already? And you don't get no birthday gift because you ain't been coming watching my live videos, but I'm donating $50 a month to your damn Patreon. And just come on, bruh. Enough with the foolishness, bruh. Just really. I'm sorry, I turned over and just left asked them out of breath. They did acknowledge that in the emergency room. What time is it? Because I hit my albuterol at 10. They did 3 COVID tests. Those are negative, so it's not that. It's probably my weight. Probably because I picked up that weight bag. It's tough to breathe. And then I got older. So it's going to be harder on my lungs. And then sinus is stuffed up. It's going to be harder on my lungs. Probably fluid on my lungs. No, they would have picked that up in the damn x-ray. But yeah, man. It just seems like when you start doing better for yourself, you have a lot of adversities, you know. I don't know about this here. Because I'm yawning. I'm still wide awake, but like I say, tonight don't count with the lithium because I did the neti pot. And I don't want to mix, certain symptoms and stuff. The reason I did the neti pot was because they gave me that saline rinse, right? And so I'm like, okay, they say salt water, flush your sinuses out. I knew, and I am aware, trust me, I see what I've been spitting up in paper towels all the time lately. So I am aware that something is going on. Shit. And trust me, I'd be hitting bigger clouds than this if I would be hitting bigger clouds than this if I didn't have trouble breathing. But part of it is comfort. Look, they told me take my mask off last night. The doctor told me take my mask off. Because as soon as I got in the bed, they like, you struggling to breathe. But why they didn't give me no albuterol treatment? No breathing treatment in the hospital, bro. But I am kind of tripping off of nothing wrong with my, well, they actually did blood tests this time that I'm aware of, and straight up, nothing wrong with my kidneys. So, there's definitely a hernia belt, right? I'm in the emergency room. I'm like, okay, all the Ubers and having to eat because of the office people, right? Having to eat out. The funds rent a little up. So I said, fuck. I'm gonna have to shit. I'm gonna have to cancel some of this Amazon shit that I felt was much needed too. Cause this month was re-up month. Toilet paper, paper towels, dishwashing liquid, toothpaste, deodorant, all that shit, right? Re-up month. Uh, and I didn't know until like the last minute we was on the last row about this much of toilet paper by the time we got the toilet paper delivered to us, right? So I ordered another crock pot because our crock pot we put it on 4 minutes and it take 8 hours to cook or more. China said, I think it's fine. I'm like, okay, you do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I ordered another one with the hernia belt, right? And dental sticks for Pippa. The little white chalkboard that a friend of mine had advised me to get for the refrigerator to write notes on, right? Stuff like that, right? Needed stuff. I said, it's gonna have to wait, bro. It's gonna have to wait. I tried to cancel. It wouldn't let me cancel, right? Today, it says now expecting delivery tomorrow, between tomorrow and the day after. I said, ain't that some bullshit? But um, before I looked up, they canceled the shit anyway. I said, right when the doctor tell me, don't get the damn surgery. And so I said, I got an idea. I'm going to get the belt. I'm going to wear the hernia belt. Like I bought China for her birthday, right? And then we'll both be wearing belts and helping each other around the house. And she won't be so stressed out. But man, like, some women, they be stressed out anyway, regardless. I love you, but it's true. Some people just be stressed out regardless. But yep, baby. So that's the thing. My ear is still plugged up. They did not tell me why I keep peeing, which I gotta go now. And they did not tell me what's going on with my left side. It was why I initially went in the emergency room. They wrote a whole different diagnosis on the paper. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Peace out, y'all.